people passionate with basic swap. We started with the idea of creating this very resilient way of having these privacy coins stay alive, and we were facing a lot of, we were looking at a lot of delistings. We're very anxious about that. And XMR to us was the flagship privacy coin, and if any coin is to resist and to be the tip of the spear of this, try to resist this problem of delistings, XMR probably would be it. So we wanted XMR on there right away.
So we came from an angle of what was available at the time. So in 2018, the only thing that was available were more CFI exchanges. Think Shapeshift, at the time definitely innovated in that regard. DEXs and whatnot and atomic swaps weren't very feasible, but we knew we were in a multi-asset world. I came from the Bitcoin world, kind of entered into Ethereum, loved the privacy of Monero, but realized we're not going to be Monero only. We're going to need to give people the ability to go between different assets. And one of our missions is if we get people using these tools quicker and faster, as opposed to waiting for the technology to come, get people into Monero, even if it's through the CFI options for now, adoption helps kind of shield us against a lot of the attack vector. I like to say if we can get everyone using Monero, even if we don't have the perfect tools, for a government to shut it down means shooting themselves in the foot, because you're shutting down your own economy. So once we actually build economy around these cryptos, especially Monero with the privacy, then that is one of the most powerful full shields we can build, in addition to the cryptography and, of course, the more resilient exchange functionality that it could have.
2017, a friend of mine introduced me to blockchain and crypto, and I thought it was crap. And then I researched it and was like, oh, this is cool. And privacy and freedom are important to me still. And the Monero community was looking for a mobile wallet. I thought, oh, a new hobby, let's do that. So yeah, we decided to be Monero only. I decided to be Monero only. And the community came up with a couple of designers to make it a viable wallet, which it is now. And at some point we saw, hey, but there are other crypto around, so we need to make these changes. So yeah.
I got into Bitcoin around 2013, and why I got into this and building a wallet for Monero. I guess a lot of things I build is just from my own experience and things I see that are missing and problems I have. So I got into Bitcoin in 2013, then in 2016 I kind of really realized how transparent Bitcoin is. And that was, I think many of you heard the story many times. I sent Bitcoin from my Coinbase account to a darknet market address, Alphabay, to be honest. And I was buying antibiotics. It's not like I was buying, something crazy. And Coinbase immediately canceled my account. I got an email, you violated your terms, blah, 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 and they canceled, moved all your Bitcoin away. And that kind of hit me right then that, okay, how did they know? How did they know where the heck I'm sending Bitcoin? And just took me down the rabbit hole there. And at the same time, when I got kicked off, I saw in Alphabay that there's this other cool little, and I'd heard about it before, but there's this other currency that everybody's using called Monero. And I was like, why not Ethereum or Litecoin or whatever that was popular back then? I just went down the rabbit hole, and there's nothing on iOS, and kind of the same thing you do. It just wasn't there, it didn't exist, and just started this thing. I basically built it for me, and then put it out, and then it got popular, got accepted by the community. So that was my goal.
Yeah. I think one of the things that's always drawn me to the Monero community is that there's generally not a everything has to be Monero only focus, and I think that's why we see exchanges being a key aspect of the community where some of these especially are community created things. We realized there was a need for atomic swaps, a lot of people jumped into that. We realized there was a need for fiat to Monero when projects like Bisq weren't listing it specifically, so the community jumped into that. Wizard's been driving that. And it's been awesome to see how all of these different gaps are filled, because I feel like these different approaches have different sets of trade-offs. But the thing that I kind of want to ask y'all, and whoever wants to jump in can, you don't all have to answer if you don't want to, is just, do you see these different approaches having a symbiotic relationship long term, or do you view some of them as just a temporary holdover until some future thing